This episode is brought to you by Domain.com. Look what we found. High-quality images of the HTC One X9. Samsung isn't the only company with a few leaked renders floating around. Some new 3D mock-ups of the HTC One X9 have just appeared online. These renders give us a good look at all sides of the device, and some of them stack the X9 up against the A9 for comparison. HTC looks to have overhauled its home button layout once again, suggesting that there may not be a fingerprint scanner included in this model. The rear camera also shifted over to the top left on the phone's back, rather than being centered in the middle, as is the case with the A9 and M9. For better or for worse, these pictures only serve to further the blossoming discourse that has begun, asserting that HTC has, quote, copied the Huawei Nexus P, or even the Lenovo Fab Plus. While that ultimately may be for the individual to decide, the Taiwanese company has made a point to remind us that it actually started the whole metal casing trend. It's also worth pointing out, as some have commented, that the HTC did have a periscope bar by the camera module some years ago with the HTC One V. Now, if you've been keeping up with the general tech news, you may have noticed that Asus and LG have taken a swipe at Apple on Twitter for their latest so-called smart battery case that doesn't look very Johnny Ive-esque. Starting with Asus, the company has leapt right into comparisons between its own Asus Zenfone Max, which packs a whopping 5,000 mAh battery, and the combined battery life of Apple's iPhone and smartphone cases. On its own, the Zenfone Max boasts longer video playback and internet use than the combined iPhone products, as a substantially longer amount of talk time, 37 hours versus 25 hours. But LG preferred to poke fun at the design of the smart battery case, which definitely isn't the most attractive product that Apple has ever created, with the line, quote, no bumps, just goosebumps, unquote, to describe its V10 flagship, accompanied by the hashtag #TheHump. The combined battery capacity of the iPhone 6 and battery case is said to be around 3,492 mAh, which is a little longer than the LG's V10 3,000 mAh cell. However, you have to wonder how many customers will be willing to compromise on the iPhone's often praised design for the extra juice. Priced at $99, the smart battery case certainly isn't the cheapest battery boosting accessory either. Do you have any thoughts on Apple's case? Yes, for those of you who've been asking me, it is t-shirt time. Come up with an Android-related .com domain name that makes me smile and has not previously been owned, and you could win that, an Android Authority t-shirt, and show us the power of a .com. Now, why is that? Because no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. Save 15% on domain names and web hosting when you use our coupon code ANDROID at domain.com checkout. When you think domain names, think domain.com. Thanks for watching, Android crowd. My name is Jayce. Love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. And you don't want to forget about my brothers and sister in Android, who are working super hard to be your source for all things Android.